Have you ever thought about how frequently we tend to reach for a quick fix or do more of a cosmetic procedure layered over the top of something, hoping that it'll buy us some time or it'll eventually go away or get better on its own? But yet we know, like if you just paint a wall, but it's got a termite infestation behind it, that paint isn't going to last very long. At some point, that infestation is going to come to the surface. Or when a team is having issues and we do a team building activity or a one and done and think it's going to help, rather than addressing perhaps the underlying lack of psychological safety or mindsets that people are bringing in that erodes trust and collaboration. Or when it comes to leadership development, we tend to leap to outer game fixes rather than address the messy human underlying dysfunction that is at its core. What has brought this up for me is if you have not read Brene Brown's book, Strong Ground, it's super, super good. But she talks about in there learning about not building on dysfunction from her personal trainer after an injury. And it brought me back to my fitness roots, where once upon a time we would talk about, if you are going to group fitness classes, if you are lifting weights, if you are doing whatever type of exercise it is, and you have a muscle imbalance, all that does is perpetuate that, and you're an injury waiting to happen. And we used to do these functional movement screens to understand where the imbalance is and go back to the basics and do corrective exercises to repair that dysfunction and then build on top of that, and you're going to get stronger. But we are impatient. We don't want to take the time to correct the dysfunction. We just want to jump in and hope it's going to work. And then when it doesn't, we just kind of repeat the insanity over and over and over, expecting different results. And we do it in our own lives, we do it in workplaces so often, like for underlying culture issues. We don't want to address the underlying culture issues. And so we layer on various workshops and development activities that don't actually get at the dysfunction. And more often than not, the dysfunction is an intolerance for discomfort. It is ineffective mindsets run by our faulty programming. It is lack of psychological safety. It is lack of having a collective growth mindset and commitments that we're going to do the work individually and collectively to get better. So, my invitation and my challenge for you this week is don't run from the dysfunction in your life, in your organization, in your team. Lean into it because there's opportunity there. And when we kind of slow down, right, and pull back a little bit to correct the dysfunction, then we have a better position to grow and to build into something much better and greater. But if it's just window dressing, if it's just doing a cover up and not getting to the root cause, it's not going to last. I would love to hear what opens up for you as you lean into the dysfunction, wherever it is in your life, and grow from there. And remember, when we do that messy work, we have a greater opportunity to let more of our sparkle shine.